I know testimonials are really important, but how do I get testimonials that really will work for me in my business?
Great question, and the one that we're going to answer in this episode of Ask Emma and Tim.
So we know that it's important to get testimonials, but here's why. In Robert Cialdini's book, Influence, he talks about social proof. And social proof is the very strong influence that we have when somebody says something about us rather than us saying it ourselves. And it's really vital that we get some kind of social proof about our goods and services. And that's why testimonials are so important. But we get held up by a couple of things. Firstly, we don't actually like asking for them. It can be very awkward asking for a testimonial. So timing is everything with that, and we'll talk about how to do that in a minute. Secondly, your even number one fan will tell you, I will definitely get a testimonial to you, and then it never materializes. And we learned that the hard way. I mean, I can't tell you the number of people that have, with the best will in the world, promised a testimonial, and months go by, and it's very, very difficult after the moment has passed to get a really good testimonial. And the third thing is that what we want to avoid is testimonials that actually aren't useful. So we're going to tell you the kinds of testimonials that you want to be getting that are useful, in that they then get you business.
So let's tackle those three issues that Emma's just raised. The first one is actually asking for the testimonial. Ask for it in the moment. You know those moments when someone says, gosh, what you've just done for me, absolutely terrific. I'm so grateful. It's really made a difference to my business. Thank you very much indeed. Glad to hear it. Can I have a testimonial? You've got to jump in at that moment, and people will be willing to do it. The second point is hugely important. Do not let them go away and say, I'll send it to you. Get it there and then. Get it on video, if you can, there and then. And if you can't get it on video, get it written down. And if for any reason at all you see any waver, do one great, really powerful thing. Tell them you'll write it for them.
Yeah, you see, we have to make it easy, don't we? You were mid-sentence then, weren't you? Is that what you were going to say?
And the next thing I was going to say was make it easy for them.
Oh.
Do carry on.
Well, of course, the easiest way to make it easy for someone is to have a template, perhaps. Or do what Tim said, which was to write it for them.
That's entirely right. And then, when you get to the testimonial itself, please make sure it does a number of things. First of all, that it's useful. It's no good having a testimonial which says, oh Tim, I thought you were really great. It means nothing. It refers to nothing. There's no context to it. So make sure that you get a testimonial that first of all identifies the result that the customer has got from working with you.
And another thing that's really useful and works is the fact that, when clients come to your website, they've probably got some kinds of objections, maybe things that they're thinking about that they want answered. And when it's answered by somebody else, it's so powerful. So make a list of all the objections that people could possibly have to your services, and then ask people to include those things in their testimonials. So I'll give you a good example. Yesterday I was booking some car parking at Heathrow, of all things, and the short-term car park was full up, and so I was forced to look at long-term parking. And when I start thinking about long-term parking, I know it's a funny little thing I'm talking about here, but actually I started thinking, oh God, that's such a hassle. Will it be fast? How far away is it from the terminal? Are they actually going to look after our car? Is it going to be secure? All those kinds of things. And I ended up booking the parking that wasn't the cheapest, but it had reams of testimonials about all those things that covered all of my questions. So that's another really useful thing to have in your testimonials.
And that's it. So make sure that you get the testimonial in the moment, get it videoed if you can. If you can't, write it for them so you eliminate the issue of time and make sure that the testimonial has value there in terms of the result and answering any objections. And also ask them to put a testimonial together which is also a reflection of the things that you say about yourself. And that's it. Some of the basic rules of getting great testimonials that work really well for you. And if you've had any great testimonials, put them down here in the box below and let's comment on them. Let's find out what's going on out there and the kind of things that are working really well for you. And on that note, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
If you're ready to break the time for money trap, visit www.ipacademy.co.uk and sign up for a month's free membership of our Information Product Academy.
And when you do, you'll get immediate access to all the recordings and transcripts from our recent masterclass series, where we interviewed 10 internationally famous information experts who shared their best content with us.